Okay, hello everyone and welcome to another replay. So, for a bit of background on these guys, they're both knobs. If you come across them, beware. They do a good Macedon team up, and they will try and be very noobish on a city assault. They will defend, and you will have to break in. So, luckily, I had a very good ally this time round, GB Newton, Sparta. Okay, so this is going to be a very difficult game. They'll go to Camaldon. What they will do is they will tend to sit up here, and they will stay there. But as you will see, we will not only destroy their entire force, but make them, well, force them to come out. So I'm going to speed this up. As you can see, I have silver shield swordsmen in these towers. I'm firing a ballista over here, and I've got a cataphract here. You may wonder why I've gone for one of these. Basically, what they tend to do is one of them will get impatient and send their general out. So I'm moving up Syrian heavy archers. I can see they have archers here. I don't want them firing on my tower, so I'm going to make them withdraw. The first thing I'm going to do is draw them in with archer fire, so I'll just get the right tool. So what I'll do is I'll place them here. They will then fire onto them. In return, I will take my ballista and fire on them here, because I want them gone. And you can see here, wrong colour there, they've got their general here. That's a Roman general bodyguard, so obviously it's going to charge out. Now whether they can see that I had cataphracts here, I don't know. I kept my elephants back because I didn't want them to see those straight away. It would give away my plans. So here you can see I'm moving up these siege towers by themselves. They're heavy siege towers, so they have, I think they have ballistas on top. Back here I have two more silver shield swordsmen, two silver shield pikemen. My general is a shield bearer. In retrospect, I wish I'd made him a silver shield swordsman, because he actually gets killed fighting Praetorians, which this knob here has a lot of, and what happens is they will rush down into here to try and counter these infantry who manage to get in, and it's a bit of a response to the fact that his archers are still there. He has to withdraw his archers, or my guys will just sort of go through them. So obviously you have to rush troops in, and then you get overcommitted, and eventually he loses his entire force. So they actually slipped up this time, but they don't often do that. And this is the map you will come across. So let's just go off here, see what's happening. So here we go, archers are engaging. So they're already starting, here they go, they pull back. They've already lost quite a few. That's what's happened. They're trying to fire on my towers, so I don't take any damage here, but I'm coming onto the walls. And here we go, Praetorian Guard, Praetorian Guard, Praetorian Guard. Now I like Seleucids, one thing. I didn't until I realised these silver shield swordsmen are absolutely tanking amazing. God. They're one of the few units that can really take on the military infantry. Okay, over here. Sparta, my ally now. This is a odd build because we had unlimited funds. So obviously Sparta isn't known for its pike infantry, but he loses quite a lot of infantry in the process of this battle. I think it's because for some reason he doesn't quite assault it properly. it's got the catapults in the right place. It's trying to scare away any archers. Looks like that building's been damaged. Over here we have more archers there. So he's bringing in Spartan hoplites on these. Behind that he has Helot archers. Behind that Spartan pikemen. Overall this is a fairly solid build. Okay, this is what happens. So yeah, as I said, they do like to charge out. Obviously, Macedon feels they can get away with it. And note the Spartan player doesn't go into any formations, even though he's dealing with very heavy shot cavalry. And these are probably some of the best Macedonian units, companion cavalry. I mean, I'd certainly bring them to a fight, and I didn't have the Seleucids. I would bring companion cavalry. He does the right thing, he fires on them, reinforces with hoplites. Overall, the Macedonian player, I feel, wastes his cavalry, he wastes a surprise really, because although I warned the Spartan player that they will use every non-tactic, I think the Mystics get slaughtered. One thing this does do for Macedon is allow him precious minutes to rain fire down with these mercenary Cretan archers. And then all they have to do is target these Spartan pikemen, because although Helot's archers are cheap archer form, I personally would not have picked them for this battle. Okay, so over here we're going to a bit of an engagement. It's gotten quite massive, as you can tell. And over the course of this battle there's going to be repeated attempts, me trying to break through and trying to get rid of this massive troops. Now the one thing that the Roman player does make a mistake on is that he doesn't get rid of my archers before engaging. As you can see, he clearly could bring archers up along, just do this up along this boundary here, and he could still counterfire here, and this would make my attempt to get in through here and my push through there much harder. Because I have cataphracts and I have elephants and I have a ballista unit, I'm 3 units short of complete melee strength. Of course he's short by a lot more, and I'm going to try and position forces to fire on him there. I have quite a few Royal Peltast units, and they're going to be engaged secondary, because unlike the Silver Shield swordsman, the Royal Peltast isn't as heavily armed. So you can see I'm trying to line them up here. These players aren't smart, they do notice when I try to do something, and he's been holding his ammo back for a while, and in a moment you're going to see fire going that way. Actually, this might be the first unit to go. Even more. Yep. Triarii rushed in that way. This was a good move on my opponent, but unfortunately what he didn't spot right here is I rush in Silver Shield quite quickly. Now what you can do is you can rush them in, they're very handful. These units will rack up about the max of 300 kills. So that one probably. What we're basically going to do is turn this blob of Roman reducing into well, nothing. The only thing I wish I could have done was have more Silver Shield swordsmen. Come to tower here, take the gatehouse, bring the elephants in, and just gone down through the enemy there, like that. or possibly like that, and then bring the cataphracts into there. That'd be nice. But note I'm really having to make sure that I don't lose this road block. Over on the other side, my ally is going to have some problems. He's managed to get through already. The enemy hasn't been able to deploy these fireballs. They obviously thought we were going to take the gatehouse or something, or maybe they thought we'd be worse off. I find it strange that they placed them there, because the last time I went up against them, they placed them here, which is, well, about here, and further up there. They were able to damage some of the troops, but this time they're going for an active engagement, being less snobbish, and that signals to me that no one actually wants to play with these two people. So if you do spot them, telltale signs, Camden, this area here. I thought this battle at about, it was around 11 PM night. This was quite an interesting one. Harry Guy Hoplites versus Shield Bearers. Interesting. Shield Bearers should win, but it'll take a bit forward to win. Over here, this is interesting. Archers behind the Spartan hoplites. Now, perhaps not go well. It seems he's turned his force around. You have to ask what these guys are doing here and not up there. I mean, they could come round here, take this tower, and then they've got a good line of sight on both these archers and foot commanders. And yeah, I mean, this was the problem with my ally. He didn't really know what he was going up against. Sparta is a hard faction to use in a multiplayer battle as well. Pike infantry are not that good. Hoplites are excellent, but he doesn't bring enough swords, and they're not really heavy enough. Also, look at this. Cretan archers is still there. That's a mistake. These traps here. It looks like traps. Yeah, that appear to be traps. You could use some traps behind the walls, but still pointless. His general's still back here. He hasn't actually committed into the fight. This is another problem. You have to wonder why he's being clever. So he's knocking out pikemen. That's good. But again, this Macedonian player is very good, and you have to go all in against Macedon. You can't go. So here I've actually chased away the Roman general. So the Romans were clearly getting desperate at this point. What he did, he came out here, made a beeline for these archer units that had no ammo. But I brought my cataphracts in from here, brought the elephants in, promptly he left and went back to his gatehouse. So here you can see the pikes are having a massive impact, already 18 kills there. I don't really position them well enough in some cases. I mean, here, 38, they've only done 126 kills. Silver Shield pikemen are really uncapable of a lot more, and they're very neat. So really, if I were to put them into this fight, I'd put one here. That one's positioned perfectly in this case, but it needs to turn to face these units. Allow these swords to move through to deal with this Praetorian card. And the reason you want them in the middle of the fight is so that all these archers, which are coming forward and slings, they're forced to fire. they have to try and fire over the Romans, and then they will inevitably hit the Roman, which is why engaging like this is actually a good idea.
Yes, come on!
You really do need a strong enough action. If I brought someone like Patricians or Ardii, I'd be dead to just win this engagement. With the Seleucids, or maybe Pontus, because you can use Pontus swordsman and Seleucid pikemen, you have a better chance. Archer down in towers going to be nice. The other problem I have is now that I've used up my Macedon, they're pretty much useless. And my cavalry can't get in, so I'm going to have to keep trying to pop special abilities, make sure I'm using shield wall as much as possible, just to bring them back and keep my lines going into Romans. So I'm just going to box the wall and see what I do. In the meantime, of course, Sparta has lost most of its troops. There aren't many Macedonian units left at this point, about 8. Okay, so here we are now. So 162. So eventually something the Romans do is they'll reposition. They'll try to go and flank of Seleucid pikemen. Luckily, Seleucid pikemen are very strong and Romans are going to be able to do this. It might be also that they're trying to get this towers via pikemen, which is crafty and a bit knowledge, because if you have to rely on towers, then really, why did you make that army in the first place? You can't defend the city yourself. The towers really are just a nuisance, and in a siege battle they do just annoy you. So you do need to try and make a good one-on-one with the enemy. Take them out completely. So you see these pikemen, you have to push them in constantly, because otherwise, look, he's able to withdraw. He's able to artillery fire at this point, so that's what we're down here. A lot of Romans are dead. This is taking quite a lot of casualties, but we can come back on. We've tried to go to this point here. Take us out. You see them trying to get behind us, which I don't realise for a lot of the time. Meanwhile, this is where Macedonia is really piling on pressure on Sparta. There's some recruited archers trying to chase down. Assault. As you see, they're just going to run around. Heroes of Sparta are going to engage. Heroes of Sparta, which is there, so over here. By this point I've hopefully re-engaged the pikemen. No, I haven't, because I'm an idiot. You see, they need to be facing that way. They've got to turn like that. That's what we want. Straight into these British Wing Guard. There's still 57 of them. That still makes them danger. Here's where I lose my general. Again, I really should have put him in a silver sword unit or a Royal Countess unit. They did hold out for a long time, and these Triarii are now tired. That makes them an easier kill for my Royal Countess, but it's not an easy one.
Orders understood.
I think if I were to choose Rome, Triarii are one of the only things I've used to try and hold up the enemy, try and push into the phalanx, because these guys are complete tanks, and even the spear and trick combat is quite hard. So this is one of the units I find most annoying. One of the ones that I most like to try and destroy, because I usually run against the player who's using the phone. That's either because they convince themselves that they're a Caesar, or simply trying to win with super tanky infantry. Again, you can tell they're not going to win, but it's how many they can take with them. So they're trying to position the go general. Now this is a very stupid one, because in this instance he moves this as general. If I went in, I would have pulled these troops out, I would have just taken them back up there, because by this point they've lost. I'm able to get troops in. Fantastic. There. Pikemen are still together. 304, 405. Get quite a lot of kills. Team. 14, 15. 319. 20. Yeah, brilliant. So as you can tell, the Macedonians have been able to get rid of most of the Spartan force, and although I did warn the Spartan player they would be noobs, but frankly I should have told him to tank it out, take down as many as possible. You can tell the Roman player is trying to take me out, but it's just not going to work for him in the end. Right, look at this. Redrawing guard. Got it. Okay, so let's follow this up. So eventually we do manage to break through and even push into the slingers, so we should see that in a moment. Oh, there we go. So there we go. Sword unit going into the auxiliary Balearic slingers, and we've managed to crush the Triarii and these Roman units. General by this point is dead. Dead. Frankly. Ooh, crap, that was my bad. Sorry for that. A bit of lag on my end. Okay. These guys are now going to push up. I want to chase these slingers out and use up some of the units. I need to take the gatehouse. That is the most important thing that I need to do. To create a beachhead out of units, because I haven't created an opening. In retrospect, I should have gone for heavy onagers instead of boobies, and maybe another unit instead of these cataphracts, possibly, because the enemy was scared enough of the armoured elephants. Again, you never know what sort of army you're going to come up against. You're certainly not able to view what the enemy's doing.
Raiders, forward!
Yeah, these troops I'm just really sacrificing. I mean, I know I'm going to come up against pikemen because Macedon is still alive, so I can't really do anything with them. So I might as well just use them as bait for the enemy.
Now, show them how soldiers fight!
So here
Advance!
what's going to happen is Sparta's going to come in, they're going to go that way,
Right,
that way.
advance!
I myself am going to go that way. I'm going to tell my ally to come this way, because I'm thinking that Macedon can't have many troops left. I can see 3 foot companions here, and we've got to get rid of those first. I don't know how many Macedonian units there are, and unfortunately my ally ended up not telling me, but there's about another 2 or 3 foot companions, I think shield bearers as well, which we've got to get through. And all we've got to do this tremendous task are cataphracts, elephants, 3 mercenary Cretan archers who don't start firing in the right place, 76 royal peltasts, 31 royal peltasts. In retrospect, I'll go for this tower here. But I should have used that unit there, and not this one, which ends up getting killed. So I do use my units effectively here. And you see how crucial that is, because he deploys these slingers. Only have one job. Fire on here. You can see they're approaching, but then they run away. So they see my cataphracts approaching. Well, my cataphracts are going down there, so that was actually a bit stupid on his part. So let's speed this up a bit. I'm going to try not to make this over 30 minutes, so I'm hoping this will go fairly quickly. What we're going to do is try and fire on his pikemen. He'll withdraw his slingers up here. They're going to fire. It's a good job as well, taking fire. One unit in particular is. In the meantime, my elephants are back here. And I'll use this big unit here. They only have one purpose: take this tower. I know it's going to become useful. When you're fighting this vicinity, you don't want anything firing on you, especially not more than one tower, and there's going to be one here. It's going to fire on us, so you can see we might as well knock one out. And I'll put my guys in shield wall, but 20, 19, so I'm going to try and move them now because I've taken the tower. Here. Going on, so you can see my ally moving his units up here, and this leaves him with less troops, and if we'd communicated more, we could have saved more of his troops. We could have concentrated here and pushed through. And again, you see how important that is, so I'm just going to fast forward quickly. It goes over there. Okay. Okay, so he's decided to fight with these units, Royal Peltast, and 2 Royal Peltast there. Heroes of Sparta just seems to be lining up. So this is the engagement where he loses his general. So this, on this point there are 2 generals that's going to be dead, one on our side. I've already killed 1 general. So I don't know why he does this. He brings these Bologna slings in. Obviously he's lost all ammo. I was thinking, oh hell yeah.
For the wall!
So I just charge in
Forward!
and get a lot of kills.
Take that! Lay them down!
As soon as I've done my part and even the score, 31 royal contests against 19 cleric slingers, won't actually be a challenge. My allies trying to bombard the enemy foot companions in the submission. So we could have used our artillery here, or concentrated it on the river blob. So again, this is where artillery versus elephants is going to play a part, you're going to see why. Crucially though, in this battle, the elephants do a good job. Could have brought Sky Chariots, but I just wonder if that would have led to putting these into the balanced formation. You can see what the artillery is able to do. Going down quite a lot. So I think this unit ends up with, oh, there we go. I didn't lose any there, but it lost 8 men here. So with the right tools you can wreck any army attack. It's just knowing how to use those tools. So let this artillery rise again. Oh, there we go. So 110, 102, 68, 99, 68, so already this is down. Hello, 87. That's already more on the way. Not so heavy that time, 87. Down to 68 over here.
Oi, piggy boy! You want some of this?
So we lose sight of them for the moment. He's brought these units over here, but I'm telling him that's a trap because there's this tower here, and that can just rain fire down on you. It really can. Nowhere there is safe. That really is a trap. So by this point I'm trying to bring up the elephants. What we're going to see, I'll just go to fast forward. I'm going to position them here, and I'm going to fire on them there, because elephant units do have quite good range. If we zoom in on the actual elephant unit, see Syrian archers with good Mongolian style bows. Now Mongolian style bows, they're actually much better than a longbow. They have more range, more penetration because of how they're made. And the way that they're made, oh here we go, exactly. Spartans engaging, so this won't go well, obviously. But the reason that they won't do well, oh no, that these bows are much better, I should say, thinking about the enemy anyway. The reason these bows are so good is because of how they're made. You take a load of sticks, and you look for sticks with a curve in them, a natural curve, and then you bend that curve in the opposite direction. And all those sticks tie together form a bow. And what that gives is, because it's going against the natural bend in the wood, it gives an extra bit of power in the limbs of the bow, and therefore you have a greatly more powerful shot and certainly more penetrative, so
Commander!
these foot companions should be really scared right now. Oh yeah, that was a good full unit. You see there's another unit there. This is where I have to move my elephants because I notice the son of a bitch has a Greek scorpion and he's trying to hit my elephants, so I'm moving them off. As you can see, because
Show them how soldiers fight!
I'm also bringing my cataphracts in because what I know by instinct is that no one would be stupid enough to leave pike infantry here. Now, even if he goes back, he'll lose more men. His only option is to come forward. He's also done a very clever pincer movement because he's taken what you'll see soon is troops from here. Just get into tactical quickly. Troops from here come around and go this way. And he tries to basically do a pincer. As soon as he's engaged these forces, he knocks them down. So I'm going to try and break that pincer. My first move is to ignore these 8-foot companions and just help my ally at this point. Slight charge, that does break well. What you should do in that instance is form up good, break these, turn, and then go straight into them. So basically go the companions down into there. Of course you have one problem, which is these guys here. They could always come down and go in, but in this instance they stay up there and they get fired on continuously. So I'm just trying to break through the crap units, give my allies some breathing space. Try and charge into flank them, but this doesn't go well either. So I'm going to try and leg it out of there. He's going to chase me, so I'm just going to let him. Because he won't get anywhere. And pick up companion cavalry, so the enemy general. And now this marks the turning point when we come the point units, they're going to come along here. What I would have done is gone along there and along here. And the reason I would have done that is because it'll break the morale of the enemy. What I'm actually going to do is wait, what I'm doing, cataphracts go that way. Elephants are going to I'm going to commit my elephants to this fight just because they've got their general now, their cavalry. So I want to kill the enemy general. So that can be my elephant's job. I also want to seize the tower up here, because I felt at the time that we were going to have to fight at a sort of angle, so we can have that wiped out against these enemy units. So you see what he's got left. Shield bearer, companion. Shield bearer. It's really one point in it. Crucially, he never uses phalanx formation. Point phalanx. I think this is quite good of them because usually these guys are quite smart and they'll tend to put up formations straight away. So I don't really understand why they didn't on this occasion. Maybe it's because they know people don't like playing with them. Yeah, so I'm going to capture the tower. I'm going to bring these cataphracts around here. Smack bang into there. That's not a good idea. This general is still alive. So he still hasn't lost his general. So at this point, look at this, they've lost their generals. So they probably think it's hanging on a knife edge, and they're right. Luckily my elephants are here to stand there and look at stuff. So here we go, cataphracts into shield bearers, so I actually had to slow down into good charge formation. And they don't do very well, don't get stopped. So there is an argument that you could have actually had artillery units that do back or something else, but personally I would have gone for is not use because this is such a close win. Forward. So we cleared up here, we need to come down. And smash. There, stampede. Shoot bearers. Shoot bearers. Backing up. Kills now. 93, 99. Losing a few elephants, but I mean these guys are still going. 111 kills. They really do try and pursue us with these heavy spear infantry, so I thought, fuck it, we'll just go back into them. Elephants really are the only thing that can get through heavy light units. There we go. Oh, yeah. We get into here, 140, 51, 50, 157 kills. By this point these heroes of Sparta have had it, really. There's nothing we can do. And again, this is why another unit that's not been good. So by this point, I think, yeah, there's the elephant going. And that was the battle. So as you can see here, elephants doing well, cataphracts doing well, archers. Some of them got a good number of kills. These royal peltasts really did outdo themselves. And silver shield swordsmen, and they did hold up the enemy. This pike unit does well, and if I was to change this gameplay, maybe I would have got another pike unit in sooner. Racked up a whole lot more kills. But I do fairly well in that. I mean, I kill over 2,000. You can see I've completely destroyed the Roman force, but Praetorians take their toll, so do Syrian archers, the Bavarian slingers, not the general though. Triarii do a good job holding me up, but are they cost effective? Well, they kept the fights going long enough, but I wouldn't have had that many, maybe 3. And then maybe another couple of units of heavy infantry, not as good, but that could have backed up the Triarii. That would have worked. Macedonia, fairly good, but you notice this is a very heavy missile build. Greek Scorpions rack up a lot of kills. Cavalry doesn't do well because it's going up against spear units. Same reason mine didn't do well. Royal Peltasts will always do well. Shield Bearers, again, do well. Good, heavy, solid hoplite units. Foot Companions don't do as well, and that's because we completely destroyed about 3 of those, and another one I think was destroyed by elephants. Possibly this one. Rome. Here we go. So here's my ally, Heroes of Sparta. These guys do really well, but he didn't have enough of them, and crucially he could have had 3 more here, possibly more here. That would have completely out-tanked Macedon. Okay, so as I say, if you come up against Vint and Phillips NO7, beware and look out for good players like me and GB Newton there. That is all. Thank you for watching.